Yay. Hello, beautiful people. Man. Oh, okay. The lighting's not as bad as I thought. Sweet. Hi. Oh, you know what? I guess next time I could put one on the other side. But, anyways, I'm Britt Sellers, and welcome to my Thursday Night Lives, where I'm going to be doing live personal readings. Let me see here if I can. Is the chat on? I want to make sure it's on because I need to. Free personal readings. I've got a few different decks here. I guess I should say for entertainment purposes only and 18 and up. But yeah, this is just something I wanted to do because there was definitely a time in my life where I could not do a lot to mindset and stuff. I just didn't have the extra means to put towards like some guidance or something. So I thought I would offer these lives in case anybody just wanted a free reading. I will just always start with a general reading to give people time to join the chat if they want. Every reading you'll get at least 3 cards, but they'll vary in length because, maybe spirit, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have a big message for you, or maybe they do. So I can't say it'll be X amount of time for each reading, but I do plan on doing this for 2 hours. So it's about 9:15 where I am now. So at 11:15, I'll stop unless, nobody's in here, and I'm not going to keep going and talking to myself. But yeah, so also, I'm not really going to take questions. It's more of just like the general energy. I'll do a general reading because I like to let God, the universe, let me know, or rather, what is the most imminent message of what you need to focus on right now. So it's not going to be a thing where you're like, oh, am I going to get an A on this test? And somebody asked that like a week ago. I was like, well, did you study? God can only do so much. You got to do your part too. So yes, I will start with a general energy reading just for the collective. And then, obviously I don't have like a super big following right now, so it's a great time to get in on this. But like readings will always be like, not like even first come, first serve. It's kind of just like whoever I see that writes in the chat, if they say that they want a reading and I happen to notice. Because sometimes, I just don't want to be held liable and start a fight if somebody's like, wait a sec, I asked for one before that person. But yeah, it's free. All you got to do is let me know you want one. But let's start with just a general reading right now for everybody. Oh my gosh, I did my makeup today, which I haven't done in months. But like I was watching the show, The Morning Show on Apple TV, and I found it to be extremely healing because being in the entertainment industry, for those of you who don't know, I used to be a stand-up comedian and an actress, and now I travel the world full-time with my 3-year-old daughter. But anyways, I was definitely a part of oh, hey, Tamara, yay. Okay, you'll be first after I do the general reading. But yeah, I definitely was involved in that Me Too movement. So I found, oh shit, they're not fucking around. They're coming out. Hey, Champagne. Yeah, so I found like the morning show on Apple TV to be extremely healing. And so I watched the finale tonight and I actually cried during it. It was really, really sad. Not what I was like hoping to see, but I also find it quite predictable. Where's everybody from? So yeah, if you're just joining in, I'm doing a general reading real quick, but then I'm going to go down the list. Tamara will be first, and then Champagne, if you want one, just let me know, because I will never read somebody without their permission. So I'm not going to like read your cards unless I see it clearly stated that you would like a reading. Oh, so sorry, I'm on the floor here, so trying to get cozy and adjusted. Okay, so just like a quick general reading. Oh, interesting. So the time is definitely now. If you feel like you've been in sort of like a hermit, like secluded sense, like it is time to bust out of your cave, bust out of those chains, whatever has been holding you back, and move forward. Like it is time for you to like take your throne. You are the king of your castle, and you've got, you got to stand up for yourself. You can't be letting people fuck with your energy. You know who you are and you know what you want. So like, yeah, like this is the energy we're releasing right now. The Hermit. Oh, and the Eight of Swords. This is the shit we're coming out of, like we can't wear the blinders anymore. It's time to move forward. And that makes so much sense because there's a full moon coming up this weekend, which is like a time for letting go. And I really do. Oh, New Orleans. Love New Orleans. I've been there a few times. I actually went to college at Florida State. So we would go every year for Mardi Gras. Oh yeah, I'm very like multitasking. So I'll like go over to the chat and read that. And then don't worry, I'll typically remember what I was talking about. So yeah, there's a full moon coming up this weekend, which is always a good time for like releasing and letting go of new energies, but also with the Lunar New Year that just happened. Like I don't really take January 1st to be my new year. I take the Lunar New Year because I'm largely ruled by the moon, and that was just a couple of weeks ago. And so if you have felt like maybe your 2020 wasn't getting off to the best start yet, don't fret, because like things are just now going to start to be into motion. But honestly, you probably won't even begin to see the results of all of it until after the winter season ends. Because the seasons are the seasons for a reason. Like winter is a time for hibernation and things. But what these cards are saying is that it's time to get the ball rolling. Like if there's something you've been procrastinating, like a goal for 2020 or a New Year's resolution that you just haven't like jumped into yet, get off your ass, because now's the time. Okay, so now I will do Tamara's reading. So if you didn't hear, I'll pull 3 cards, sometimes more. Like if I feel like I need to pull more, I will. I'll do 2 oracle cards and then a tarot card to clarify from these different decks. But honestly, it will vary by person. It's just kind of like whatever I feel led to do. Like there really isn't much of a rhyme or reason. That's why I just say 3 cards, but I'm definitely feeling this deck for you, which is awesome. I just got this deck yesterday and I love it. Like this deck was like screaming at me to pull it off of the shelf. So there's definitely a message for you in here. Let's get your cards out. So yeah, oops. Hey, Fem. Welcome. Just free personal readings. I'm going to do it for 2 hours or until the requests die off. Yeah, you can be added. I don't know. I don't think Champagne ever requested one. So you'll be next because right now I'm doing Tamara. Oh, sheesh. And then it can be you. So, okay, Tamara. Oh, shit, girl. Okay, so Tamara, I'm going to show you your cards first, and then I will get into what I'm feeling for you. So the first card you got is Loss. This is an oracle card, and it has the number 2 on top, and it's correlated with events. The next oracle card you got is Moderation, and this, I'll just read what it says. It says, is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So this absolutely could do with like diet and nutrition, but there's so much more than that could deal with the moderation. I'll get into that next after. Oh, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, that's a great card. So what I'm getting here is that there's something that you're not, this is for Tamara. Oh, also, please remember when you request a reading that these are public and they will be saved on my YouTube channel. So if you're like afraid of having your business out there, then probably don't request a reading. But yeah. So what I'm feeling, Tamara, is that like there's something that you're not letting go of, and you know exactly what it is. I do feel like it's like with a past love, and it could be from this lifetime, but it could be from a past life too. Like just this inner knowing of a sense of like a certain person that you feel like, oh, I'm meant to be with them. But okay. Yeah, you could get one. I'm in the middle of reading Tamara right now, and then I think it'll be Femme, and then Sarah can have one. Okay, so yeah, this loss though is like causing you to like this thing that you won't let go of. Like you're numbing your pain with overindulgence in other areas of your life. And you need to make a choice to change that. Otherwise, you're not going to receive this like happy ever after like love that you desire, this like life full of abundance and companionship. You have to be brave enough to let go of what was to have what will be. It's like, and like I said, with the full moon coming up, it's a great time for letting go. So it's not really surprising that you got a card that's lost. But with having it with the moderation card, I'm just really feeling that this combination is saying to me that you need to let go of that past love so you can really move forward into the one you desire. You know, if we don't get rid of the old, then we don't have space for the new to come in. And by keeping that old energy in your life, like, you're keeping yourself stagnant and you're not able to move forward. And I know sometimes it can feel so challenging and impossible to move forward from something, but it really is all about just making a choice and putting your foot down. Like, personally, I'm on this new like wellness journey right now because I've done a lot of inner work lately, and I was like neglecting like my outer. And so this year I gained like 40 pounds in the last year. Granted, it was the first year where my lifestyle was anyways. Tonight I ate like 10 cookies after dinner. I did not need 10 fucking cookies. Okay. So you're not alone with like, I'm not letting go of wanting to command. I'm working on it every day. Yeah. And you know, that's the thing, is like, you have to just have the faith and trust and know that it, like, if you feel in your heart that that's like out there for you, it is. But what God, the universe, spirit wants us to realize is that we need to find happiness and fulfillment within ourselves first. So what I've done in the past to like help me get out of that energy is you just put all that energy that you would want to put on loving somebody else into yourself, you know? So anytime where you think like, oh, I wish I had somebody to go and do this with, just go and do it by your damn self. You know, we don't, society has us conditioned to think that we need somebody and that we can't live a fulfilling life if we don't have a partner. But that's just not true, you know? There's so much more to life than romantic love. But like romantic love, it feels very fulfilling, but it's really just like a lesson in letting go of desire. I think so, right? No, so I've been gaining weight and it's not bad. I love the shape. It's sexy, but my food obsession. Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, like, I get it. You know, I feel like a lot of women do because we suppress our emotions and then we eat our feelings. And, you know, ain't no shame in that. Like, love your body at all shapes and sizes. But the truth is like, I do not believe that you can be overweight and loving yourself entirely. You know, it doesn't mean you don't love yourself at all, because I personally, I am overweight right now. I mean, you can't really tell. Like, you know, everyone's version of overweight is different. But the point I'm trying to make is the way that got me to this weight was not loving myself. The foods that I was putting in my body, those were not loving myself. I was eating like an unsupervised toddler at a birthday party, you know, and that's not loving yourself. Loving yourself is feeding yourself nutritious, delicious foods, moving your body, not just for exercise, but just for enjoyment, because that shows the universe gratitude for being alive. So girl, just like, you know, get started, like make a plan for yourself. Like, even if the one goal is like, say like no sugar or like less sugar, you know, you just have to find a way to like slowly transition into a healthier lifestyle. Because if you try and do it all cold turkey overnight, you're going to set yourself up for failure, because that's really hard. So don't beat yourself up about it. Just like make one simple goal and then maybe each week add a new smaller goal. Yeah, you can get a reading, girl, champagne. So yeah, Tamara, you know, you're telling me that that was spot on. So you know what you need to do, girl. Now it's just time to do it. Okay. So I hope that helped you some. Okay. Now is Fem still in here? I guess that's like, this is why I was like, oh, I don't want to necessarily line people up, because I don't want to do somebody a reading who's not even in here anymore. But I guess they could come back later and check it out. Okay, sweet. Fem's still here. So we'll do her reading now. All right. Yeah, I'm so happy to have friends that hang out with to do this. It's so funny because I used to do stand-up comedy, and I used to perform sometimes for audiences of like one person in a sushi restaurant or a laundromat. But like, you know, I was younger then, and like, you know, the world hadn't beaten me down. So like, when I decided to do all this, I was like, oh, what if nobody even joins the little chat? And I was like, well, I've performed for less. So, all right. So we'll pull. I feel like, Femme, for you, I need 2 cards out of this deck. I'll do 2. I don't feel a tarot for you. Oh, also one of my other insecurities before I decided to start doing like YouTube readings was the way I shuffle. But then like the more readers that I watch to like just see and get more comfortable with myself doing it, it's like everybody shuffles differently. Like I do fast shuffling too, but when I like to let them fly out. Oh shoot. Okay. Well, I'm already feeling, I'll show you your cards in a minute. I'm already feeling something pretty heavy with this. But, okay, two of these fall out. Okay, so you got family. This is for femme. You got the family card, consciousness of lack, divination. I'll read what it says. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity, yeah, and pure intention. I'll read it after I show you. Look at that beautiful fairy. The fairy of manifestation will help you to use your wishes wisely, manifest your heart's desire with pure intention and for the highest good of all. So yeah, femme, what I'm getting for you is that you're not counting your blessings enough. You have a lot of greatness surrounding you, but you're like constantly worrying about everything else. Like you're focusing on all the negative in your life instead of appreciating all of the good that you have. And that's not uncommon. Don't feel bad. We're all guilty of it. Something I've done to help me get out of that, like a consciousness of lack, is every morning before I get out of bed, I say at least 3 things I'm grateful for. And then later I write down, oh, thanks, Sarah. I write down 3 more things that I'm grateful for. Like just whenever I catch myself like daydreaming or doing anything, I just say like thank you. See, yeah, and but that's the thing, it's nothing to feel embarrassed by or whatever. Like we're all only human. So it's like whenever I'm telling somebody, a lot of times if you're like seeking a reading, it's because obviously you need guidance in some area. I've been there. I'm still there sometimes. So it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's just like, now you know what you need to do to work on to get the life you want. And like what these 2 cards are telling me is that like you are so much more powerful than you realize. Like you are a powerful manifester, but because you're putting all of your energy into the negative, you're not able to create the life you want. So just an example of how you could help flip that mindset. Like if you're thinking like, it really is like the cup half empty, half full thing. Say you're thinking like, oh, I don't have any friends. Like that's probably not true. Like you might not have as many friends as some, but you might not have as few as some either. I'm sure you have at least one person that if you called them, they'd pick up the phone, whether it's a family or a friend. So if you like hear yourself saying like, oh, I don't have any friends, or oh, I'm lonely, just like turn that into like, you know what, I'm really grateful for this person. And if by chance you don't have anyone, because I've definitely been in moments where I truly felt like I didn't have anybody, then you just say, I'm grateful for me. Be your own friend, be there for yourself, because at the end of the day, that really is all we all have. I'm a pretty fearless bitch because like I'm not afraid of dying, because it's like it's so inevitable. We're all gonna die. And I just think that like that helps you get so much more done in life, is to release all of your fears. So sometimes you need to stop being afraid of like what could go wrong and just like ask yourself like, fuck, what if it went right? Like what if this actually worked? So what I think you need to do is, first of all, start with writing 10 things down that you're grateful for. And then follow that up with like 10 things that you could like easily manifest, like, a free cup of coffee, or like getting a green light. I love playing the green light or the parking spot game with myself. All you have to say is like set a clear message to the universe that like, I'm going to make this light, or I'm going to get a front row parking spot. And then you can get it. We really can create our reality, but it's that mindset that holds us back from achieving our dreams. So Okay, fam, I hope that helped you realize what you need to focus on, because that's what like my reading style is I help people figure out what they need to work on so they can create the life of their dreams. I play the parking spot game. Yeah, girls. So just focus on that, Like whenever I do get something that was what I was asking for, I always am saying, it's my lucky day. And my friends, people around me, they think I'm crazy. They're like, somebody said to me one time, every day can't be your lucky day. And I was like, why not? Like who told you that it couldn't? It can be if I want it to be. It's just really being able to find the positives in your life, even when you feel like there aren't any. Priya, yes, you can be added, I think right now. Okay, Sarah, are you still here? I think it's going to be your turn now. Okay, Sarah. And then Sarah, Champagne, and then Priya. Okay, we'll do Sarah now. So just to reiterate, for those of you that might have just joined, I'm pulling at least 3 cards. I'm only going for 2 hours here. I mean, it's only been 20 minutes, so I'm sure we'll be able to get everybody in. But I'm just pulling 3 cards a person. I have a few different decks here, and it just really is whatever I feel like led to pull for each specific person. So, like what deck it comes from. So this is for Sarah. God, spirit guides, help us. Oh, interesting. See, yeah, it really is different for everybody. Okay. Oh, too many. Oh, sheesh. So I sat in front of the fireplace because I was like, oh, that'll be good ambiance. But now I'm fucking sweating. I don't think I can sit here next week. So for those of you that are new to me or my channel or my life, I travel full time with my 3-year-old daughter. I'm from Los Angeles, well, originally Florida, but I've lived in LA the last 10 years, and that's what I consider home. So I'm from LA, but I'm traveling full time right now, and I'm currently in Edmonton, Canada. So it is it was 35 degrees today, which is pretty warm for here, but okay. Ooh, Sarah, you got transformation. That's a beautiful card. Ooh, fear. And the Ace of Pentacles, girl, this is I know that fear card might have scared you a little bit, but this is just, this is you. You're just your fears are holding you back from this transformation. You're so close, you're on the brink of everything you desire. This is the universe offering you everything you've ever wanted in life, but you're letting your fears hold you back. You got to leap and the net will appear. It really, we were talking about fear a little earlier. It's just being brave enough to trust, what if everything did go right? Look at what is she afraid of? You see her standing on this cliff, just beautiful and afraid. But look, if you notice over by here, this is the clouds and darkness. This is what she's sitting in, but she could take this leap into this castle, which is just full. That's your abundance, your abundant life waiting for you, all of your dreams. Sorry, I'm just getting a message here. Yeah, you have to let go. There's something it's obviously a fear that's holding you back. And I feel it's a fear of being alone. Whatever this kind of limbo you're in right now, spiders, she's afraid of spiders. Whatever this, limbo, you've got 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in, but it's you can't keep something on the back burners and say you're aspiring to start your own business or something. You can't keep that full-time job. I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, but they always tell you well, if you're not doing this full time, why should I invest my money in you full time? If you're not willing to believe in yourself, why should I be willing enough to do that? You have to believe in yourself. And some ways to help gain that self-confidence to take those leaps of faith is through self-love. It all goes back to self-love. I tell people that's what my religion is loving myself, because when I'm working on loving myself, then everything else seems to fall in place. So, and self-care, self-love is so much more than just taking a bubble bath. It's journaling mostly, it's writing, it's verbalizing and processing like our darkness, our fears. What I would do, Sarah, is just get out a piece of paper. Even if you don't know what to write about, just start writing. Like, today I did this. Like when you're 8 years old and you keep a diary and it's like it's seemingly nonsense, but at least then your like inner child knew how to express those things, because when you work through your fears, then you can get over them. Write down everything that could go wrong and then write down everything that could go right. And I bet that list would be a lot longer. But you have to be brave enough to take this leap to get this. This is literally a gift waiting for you. But you just got to build that confidence up, girl. It's in there. Like this is something I feel it's happening whether you like it or not. Like God, the universe is going to give you a tower moment if you don't do it yourself. This is your destiny. It's something you're meant to be doing. It is. The faith is the hardest part, for a lot of people. It has been for me too, but I guess my one up in life is my mom died when I was 18. And so after that happened, it almost felt like I had nothing left. And that's pretty much how it was. I could go into my whole saga story, but it's like when you're down to nothing, it's just like you have no choice but to believe. But when you feel like you have these options, she could be afraid of spiders too. When you feel like you have all these options, like I was saying about the Shark Tank example, like if you feel like, oh, well, I've got this backup plan, then it's not going to work out because you're not fully in it. And you have to firmly let the universe know this is what I want. So I hope that helped you, but you really need to get some journaling done because you got to work through that stuff. I can't do it for you. That's the thing with readings. Like my clients that I read, I won't read somebody more than once a month because one, you have to give time for the energy to change. And two, you have to put in some work. You can't in one day change your entire life. It's a series of small steps that lead to those greater changes. So, okay. Okay, fam. Sarah, I hope that was helpful. Okay, Priya, are you still in here? I saw a couple people dropped out. Not that there's tons in here, but Priya, are you here? Oh wait, is it Champagne? Is it your turn? Sorry, girl, did I skip you? Wait, yeah, I think it is Champagne's turn. Sorry, I'm getting a little. Okay. Well, Champagne, we'll do you because, yeah, I don't even know if Priya's still here. And I think it was your turn. I skipped you. Sorry, girl. Yeah, that's right. So this is my first kind of trial and error week of doing this. And I think next week what I'm going to do is just so I'll do one. And then, okay, Priya, I'll do you right after Champagne. Sorry, I got, I think what I'll do next week is I'll do one person. And then I'll say, I'm not taking more requests until I'm done with that one. So then I'll go up and scroll because I can't keep track of everybody in my mind while I'm doing this. All right. Give us some cards for Champagne. Champagne. What do we got for Champagne? Love that name, by the way. I have a dream of creating a TV show one day called bohemimom, because that's my nickname I made for myself. Bohemimom in bed drinking champagne. Ooh, interesting. Because you guys saw me shuffle those cards. And Champagne, you got the fear card too. But you also got, I'll show you them in a minute, but you also got new supportive connections, which to me says, And you got the Magician. Okay. So it's funny that you could like, because you chimed in to Sarah's reading and we're like, yes. You basically got like pretty similar cards because you got the Fear, you got the Magician, and you got new supportive connections. So what I'm getting from these is you have nothing to be afraid of because everything you need, like God, the universe is going to bring those people, those connections that you need into your life to help you achieve your dreams. I mean, hello, you got the Magician, but look at this. You're like so busy focused out here on like what's happening here that you're not even noticing all the beauty that's happening behind you, you know? So you need to come busy focused out here on like what's happening here that you're not even noticing all the beauty that's happening behind you, you know? So you need to come back place. Like I really can't ever say that enough because it's already happening. It really is the same with Sarah's reading. Like it's on its way. There's nothing to be afraid of. Like you guys saw me thoroughly shuffle these cards and then this Fear one popped out again. Yes, the karma came back after 2 years and ghosted me again. Ugh. And see, that's the thing. That's what you need to let go of. And when you let go of that, you can create this new supportive connection that you would like. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to be on this type of date where, what is those like paint and wine date things, you know? Like you don't want to be with some karmic asshole who's like, you know, treating you like a booty call when you're worthy of like being the chick that gets taken out to like those fun coupley cutesy type dates. Like karmics are just toxic as fuck. And obviously we have stuff to work through with them, but let that shit go. Yeah, I know, you know, because you're living it, you know? So I think this is just like God, like your fear is that you're afraid that if you let that connection go, like it's almost you're not loving yourself enough to realize like that there could be something better for you. You know, you're kind of like stuck in your head of like, oh, what if I don't find anybody else? And I'm telling you, you will. Like this is what's coming. You can create it. You just have to stop looking out here at this asshole. Because if you look in the sky too, that's a dark, dingy sky. Nobody wants that, you know? Look at this beauty that's sprouting behind you. But just like stop putting your energy into that asshole so you can bring it back into yourself. And when you're loving yourself, that's when you attract those ideal relationships. So hope that helped you. You're welcome. I love doing this. This is so fun for me. I used to do this with my friends, but now that like, you know, in LA and stuff, but now that I am traveling full time, I just don't have the energy to. Hi. Okay, so I saw a couple new people pop in, like asking specific questions. So I don't take specific questions. One, because I think that questions are ego trying to control the narrative. And I like to let spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, tell me what I need to focus on, you know, because God knows better than me. I don't know everything. So, and I understand that a lot of people like to ask questions and that's fine, but that's just not my personal style. So, if you would like, you can request a reading, but it's not going to be like on a specific question. But sometimes, you know, the question you had in mind will be what comes up, but I just can't guarantee that's what it'll be about because I just read whatever the card's energy tells me, not what, you know, the human 3D mind tells us because we don't know shit, you know? Okay. So we did champagne. Now it's Priya. Okay. Priya's still here. Yes. Okay. So now let's do Priya. Thanks for waiting. Sorry about that. It does get confusing. And now I understand because I've only actually watched like one live tarot reading before. But they had a moderator in there, but also it was somebody who had like hundreds of thousands of followers. So that seemed necessary, but I can see why it would be necessary even for me, just because like, I don't want to skip people. I feel bad then. Got to figure out a better system, but thanks, Randy. Yeah, you know, I know it's a little different, but even like my paying clients, you know, I don't take their questions. And it's interesting because usually everyone has similar questions, either about love or money, because who doesn't need more of both of those in their life? But the thing is what I like to focus on is the bullshit that we need to heal in ourselves to attract the love and money. Because I could tell you all day what your future looks like, but you're still never going to get there unless you heal the shit inside of you first. So let's do Priya's cards. You guys, I'm burning the fuck up from the fireplace. I really did want a nice ambiance. Maybe I'll just like get a candle next time. Yes, love and money. I know that's what we all desire and need. But honestly, when I stopped focusing on the love and money is when it just started being thrown at me. And when I say thrown at me, like coming to me from the most bizarre random places I never would have anticipated, like hundreds of dollars. It was like, at this point, it's comical. I'm like, oh, who's going to throw money at me today? Okay. So Priya, you got transformation, the loving woman. I love that card. It's beautiful. Ooh, 10 of Swords. This is actually a good card to have with these other ones. And the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is actually amazing. So Priya, what I'm feeling with you is that you have been through some shit and you've done the transformation. This is who you've become. Like, you've done some work, and like this is like who, well, I won't say become, I'll say blossoming into, because you're not quite there. But with the 10 of Swords, like this just tells me that, like, you know, this here, this transformation, like this is like the end of all of the bullshit in your life, you know, and like the universe is offering you this new opportunity for truth and a fresh start where, you know, you don't have this toxic bullshit anymore, and you're just like walking and running in the light, you know, like it's obviously not a fire card, but like to me, like I feel like you're on fire. Like this is your time, you know, to really like handle your shit. What I would recommend to continue to attract that, I mean, you're already doing it actually. Like there's not really much more you need to do. But like timing wise, I feel like probably like towards the end of winter. Well, I don't know where in the world you are, because I'm currently on mountain time in Canada, but that like wherever you are, whenever the next season is transitioning is when you will start to see the fruits of the labors of all the things that you were manifesting. Oh, India, cool. Yeah, so what's the weather like over there? I don't know what season it is in India, but yeah, whenever the next season changes. So is it in February or March when like the next season happens? I don't know. I gotta look up the spring solstice. Some tarot reader I am. You know, we can't know everything. It's so funny when people want to ask me about like astrology and stuff, and it's like, I specialize in tarot. There are definitely like, I have a general idea of like everything metaphysical, but I wouldn't want to guide somebody in astrology because that's just not my forte. So yeah, Priya, I mean, honestly, this is like a great reading. Like what I'm feeling is you've done the work. The bullshit is over and you're ready to move forward. Like, look at this face. Determination, you know, like you didn't give up and now you're going to get all the rewards. It's funny to me, Priya, that you even wanted a reading. I guess it's just nice. I know too, to just have that confirmation, but you are on the right path. Like you're doing everything you need to. So just keep on keeping on. Okay. I saw some people request for readings, but I'm just scrolling up real quick to make sure that I didn't pass anyone that I already promised one. Okay. Ashley, thanks for the love. Did you want a reading, Ashley? I don't even know if she's still in here. She asked some questions earlier, but she didn't ask for a reading. So, okay, Priya, Champagne, Randy. Did you want a reading, Randy? Are you still in here? Marina, I'll do you now because, oh, Tamara's here. Hi, girl. Rush, hey. March, I believe. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought too. You're welcome, Priya. I hope you have a good day. I don't know what time it is there, but I assume it's probably a day ahead. So maybe good night. I don't know. Oh, Ashley does want a reading. Okay. So we'll do Ashley and then we'll do Randy. So that's our cue right now. Let me shuffle these again. Oh, I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Oh, like a personal, after you finish with generals, I have a question. Oh, Tamara, you weren't in here? I already did your reading. You'll have to go back and watch, girl. I didn't know you were in here. I started with you. That's so funny. And you also missed my little spiel then about how I don't take questions. Oh, wait. Oh, because you left because I was doing the original general. Well, Tamara, like, you'll just have to play it back because I already did your reading. I thought you were in here still because you were the first person who asked. So I didn't do a long general one to start. Like, I just did like maybe 5 minutes. Now I feel bad. See, this is what I'm saying. I got to figure out a better system with this. Sun, yes, you can be added. You'll be after Randy. So right now it's Ashley, Randy, then Sun. Ashley, I cannot answer that question for you. And personally, this is my feeling on zodiac signs. I think they're good guidance to get a general sense of your life, but I don't think it's something you need to be attached to like a religion, because energy is constantly changing and evolving. And, I listen to my intuition more than I listen to anything. I'm not here to use general. Can we ask you? Oh, Marina, just general readings. I think, wait, are you next one? Oh, wait, yeah, I'm doing Marina right now, right? Guys, I'm getting confused. I thought it was, oh wait, no, I was going to do Ashley. Okay, so sorry, Marina, I skipped over you. Wait, am I doing, I'll do Ashley, then I'll do Marina. Sorry, I didn't see that Marina had asked, but Ashley was first, so. Okay, yeah, Ashley, okay. So this will be Ashley. So yeah, zodiac signs, I wouldn't be attached to them like they're the end all to be all. I decide who I am. I'm not going to let a sun, moon, or rising sign decide who I'm going to be. Like, I hate when people blame like their shitty shadowy traits on like, oh, I'm like, a Gemini. That's just how I am. Well, you can fucking choose to be different. That's one of your challenges for growth in life, is to choose to be different, So personally, I don't get attached to zodiac signs because, like I said, energy is always changing and evolving. So, okay. This will be Ashley now. So just a heads up, I don't want to, I think right now we have Ashley and then Marina and then, was it Sun after Marina? Oh, this isn't scrolling. Hold on, kids, sorry. Who's after Marina? You guys will have to let me know because I'm only going to be going for another hour and 20 minutes. So I just don't want to like start a huge queue and then, because I can't, like, if I feel like I have to pull more cards for someone at some point, like, who knows? So I can't like promise anything. Thank you, Sun. Ashley, Marina, Randy, Sun. Okay, perfect. So that's our queue right now. And then after I get through those 4, I'll scroll up again to see who might be left. I don't know what card's coming for you, Ashley, but okay. All 3 from this deck. Wow. I don't always just do oracle cards, but some, it's just really a vibe. So, okay, Ashley, you got the Lost card, the Travel, and the Hidden Motivations. So what I'm feeling like a really heavy energy from this. Yeah, it's time, like somebody in your life, Ashley, has been lying to you. They've had, like, I know this looks like a positive card, but with the energy that I'm personally feeling reading it is like, I just feel that somebody has been kind of like been deceitful behind your back and not being honest with you about their intentions in your life. And it's time to move on from them. Yeah, girl, you gotta pack your bags, get the fuck out of there, because they're not going to change as much as you would like them to, as much as we would all like people to change. They're not going to change. And what's that one quote? It says like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Then I heard something saying no. Oh, no, yeah, Ashley, don't ever let somebody tell you you're cursed. I don't believe in curses, okay? I mean, but if your intuition tells you, but that's why I tell everybody, like, use your intuition. If you feel like you're cursed, then that's what you'll create in your life. You'll be cursed. But that's what I'm saying with the power of the mind. You have the power to change that and not be cursed. I don't feel that you're cursed. I just feel that you keep putting yourself into shitty situations because you're vulnerable, Like, it's not because you have a curse. It's just because, like, you have fears like the rest of us, like we all have fears. We're only human, but you're not cursed, hon. Like, there's nothing, like, you're not cursed. There's nothing to be afraid of. You just have to let this energy go. For one, a feeling that you're cursed, because whatever you think you are, you become, But like, there's some really toxic people in your life that they're toxic, and you keep giving them second chances, third chances, fourth chances, fifth, sixth, and they're just treating you the same way. And you have to cut yourself out of that. And if it means moving to a different town or a different city, whatever you have to do, get the fuck away. Because otherwise you will be cursed, in the sense where, like, you're just creating a shithole for yourself, Like, you'll be creating your own hell on earth. Because why would you put yourself in a situation where you're miserable? And well, I do know why. Because you think maybe there's nothing better out there. But the truth is, there is. If you're not happy, it's just because that's not for you. There's something better waiting on the other side. I love that quote too. I'm a big quote whore. That a rejection is just a redirection to move in another way. So don't let anybody tell you you're cursed. You're not cursed. You're just letting shitty people take advantage of you. So I hope that did some good for you. I'm sorry it wasn't more positive, but okay, now it's Marina's turn. Marina, are you still in here? I was talking about specific questions. Tamara, I don't know if you were in here. I think I said it a couple of times, but I don't take specific questions. I just do general reading, because I think when we want a specific question answered, it's kind of like our ego talking. And I like to let God, the spirits, universe, or whoever, tell me what needs to be talked about, not what I want to talk about. So I don't take specific questions, but I do. You're welcome, actually. I hope you can find the strength to get those people out of your life. Okay, Marina, here you go, Marina. Diamond, I don't even do love requests. Like, it's legit just a general reading, because, like, typically what happens in like, when you want a love reading is, like, there's other things that you need to focus on so you can attract the love that you desire, like inner healing and stuff. So Nomad, I'm gonna have to, I don't even know where I can make a comment thing, like a pinned comment or something, because I'm still so new to YouTube. But I don't do specific questions. I just do whatever God wants me to do. That's what I do, because that's what we all need to hear. Not, sometimes, like, our egos get in the way of, like, what really needs to be focused on. Like, you might be, you're worried about a job, but really, there could be a bigger issue at hand that's causing the concern with the job. So, okay, this is Marina's reading. Marina, ooh, you got Ascended Masters. And then you got, ooh, Intuition Manifestation. Girl! And you got the King of Pentacles. Okay, Marina, you are a healer. Like, you are a spiritual being. We all are. We all are. I don't want anybody to feel left out, but you have spiritual gifts that you're not quite harnessing yet out of your own fears. Fear, very common topic today. Yes, a healer. Like, but healing can be many ways. Like, makeup artists are healers. Massage therapists are healers. Reading tarot cards is healing. Like, Reiki is a healing thing. Being a teacher can be healing. Like, anything can be healing. But basically, oh, thanks, Priya. Basically, what it means, Marina, is that you have a gift that you're supposed to be sharing with others. Because there are some jobs that are pretty isolated and things. Yes, art is absolutely healing. That is exactly what you should be doing. I mean, look at how artistic both of these cards are too. It's almost like these hands are painting and stuff. But yes, art is so healing. Why do you think music is an art? And music is so popular because it helps people heal. But it's a subconscious thing. A lot of times when people are listening to music, they don't understand that that's what's happening to them. But no, Marina, you need to be focusing, like, this year is your year to focus on whatever art it is that you enjoy, because it's going to turn you into this King of Pentacles. Look how plentiful his land is. Like, he's a boss on top of his shit. Perfect. You're already doing it then. But what I'm also feeling is that you need to be starting like a business with it now. Like, you don't need to wait until you're done with your graphic design. Like, I feel that you have enough knowledge at this point that you could like start like your own Instagram page or something with it, where, like, there's so many ways to be like a digital entrepreneur, like a digital nomad. I mean, hello, look at me. That's what I'm doing right now. But that's what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to have, I lost someone exactly to do though. Like, there's so many paths. Yeah, but that's something that you need to pray and meditate on. Because I can't tell you that. Like, I mean, I could honestly, but I'm not going to, because that has to come from within. And this is the thing too. It may be a trial and error type thing where you start down one path and then you realize, I don't want to exactly do that. And then you start down another. Like me personally, I'm in the entertainment industry. I used to be an actress and a stand-up comedian. I've done improv. I've done modeling. I've done dancing, like all these different fields that are still in their entertainment industry. So it's the same with your graphic design. You just have to figure out like your specific niche. But because you got these super healing cards, what I'm feeling is that your niche is going to be something where you use your art to like create your own business, and that's how you're going to help heal people. So yeah, girl, you really just need to get to work on creating your business, is what I'm feeling for you. Okay, wait, my good buddy Sun up here told me who was, I have to go look at my cheat list. Okay, Randy, are you still in here, Randy? Randy, you're welcome, Marina. Randy, I think you're the first person I felt called to grab this deck. Hope he's still, he or she. Yeah, if you guys like the readings, I am going to be doing this every week on Thursday nights, not always a specific time, so make sure to turn on the notifications. Okay, sweet, Randy's here. Because, yeah, I'm missing mom to a 3-year-old, and so if I do this after I get her into bed, so that's why I can't tell you a specific time. Oh, interesting. Oh, shit. Okay. Randy, you're the first person that I've like used this deck tonight with. I used it for the general, but then like these 3 cards came flying out for you. Okay, so you got the 2 of Wands, the High Priestess, and the 4 of Cups. Interesting, because we just did Marina's reading, who I was feeling super healing vibes from. But these cards are screaming spiritual gifts at me too, Randy. Like, there's definitely a spiritual talent or gift that you have that will speak to the masses, that you need to start moving down that path. I want to say like something with yoga, but it doesn't necessarily have to mean like being a yoga instructor. But it could be like yoga is just all I'm hearing though. So, like say, like it just means in the yoga realm though, like, you could be a graphic designer like Marina, and that just means maybe you're supposed to design yoga things, like things for a yoga studio or something. But, yeah, you're also not quite harnessing your spiritual gifts is what it is. It's almost like you're caught between like the 9 to 5 and the side hustle, and you need to move in to just completely make that side hustle the only hustle, because that is going to be your bread and butter. But you just have to be brave enough to trust and have faith that God, the universe, will provide for you if you're brave enough to take that leap. And that, I don't want people to get the wrong idea and think that that means it's all going to be sunshine and roses, because like the journey of an entrepreneur is much like a spiritual awakening. Like, it's all over the place. It's confusing. It doesn't make sense. But when those dots finally connect, you're like, holy fuck, I made it. I did it. I'm here. So it'll be worth it, is what I'm saying. But yeah, Randy, you just need to be brave enough to focus on those spiritual gifts instead of thinking you have to have a 9 to 5 to have your bills paid. Okay, son, you were my big cheat sheet earlier, and it's finally your turn. So for those of you who might have just joined, after Sun, I'm going to scroll back up and see who had requested and just go down the list to see and make sure people are still here. Okay, Sun's here. Sweet. Oops. No, Sandra, you don't have to pay, but I don't do questions. Like, it's just general energy of whatever the spirit or like God, the universe wants to tell us. Like, I don't take specific requests for questions because I think that's our ego getting in the way of what we need to know versus what we want to. Oh, sheesh. Yeah, I feel like I should take that one too. Okay, so Sun, you got, oh, I love this card. You got letting go, transformation. Wow, you all, I'm telling you, this full moon coming up this weekend is huge because, I mean, full moons are always good for letting go, but now like at least 3 of you have gotten this transformation card. Oh my gosh, Randy, see? Like literally it was just like screaming at me, yoga, yoga, yoga. Yeah, man, you got to get on that. Like that, like you could do so much with that too. That's such a specialized niche. So good for you. Okay, so Sun, yeah, you got transformation, letting go. Ooh, King of Cups. That's a good one. And what is this? Oh, and the Strength card. Ooh, you're facing some demons right now, Sun. Okay, so let me get a message here for you. Yeah, you got to dig deep right now, son. You're like on the cusp of like greatness is what I'm feeling. You know, you just really, but it's like this letting go, you know, it's like you see how she's like trying to like pull these dogs in with her, like down this path. The dogs can't come, you know, that's the baggage of the past. Those are the demons of the past that you have to leave behind. Like, but look how divinely protected you are with this infinity halo and this giant ass fucking lion. Like, you've got nothing to be afraid of, but this is like a huge transformation that's going to turn you into the King of Cups, you know? This is like, whenever I see the King of Cups to me, it's kind of like the divine masculine. It's like, you know, the yin and the yang, like a very balanced, like masculine energy. And who the hell doesn't want that in their life, you know? Like, it's almost like, son, I think that, you know, you're, what's the word? A product of the patriarchal society we have all been brought up in, where you feel like you have to be the man, you have to like, you know, be like not crying is strength, but actually like true strength comes from vulnerability, you know, like anybody these days, I think could tell you that, but oh, son, yeah, but it doesn't, but this is, then that means that's the masculine energy you need to balance into your life. Okay. Because it's definitely like, this is what you're needing to become. So if you're female, then that means you're overbalanced with too much feminine energy. And so this is like the demons that you're afraid of facing. Then it's like, then it's the opposite. Okay. But this is the thing, like when I say masculine energy, that doesn't mean a man. That's masculine energy. Male and female are different than masculine and feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us. I overall am 70% feminine energy, 30% masculine. So that's what I just like kind of operate at as a steady like status quo. But there are moments where I need to channel my masculine energy, which is more challenging for me, you know, because the feminine energy comes very natural, where I'm full of the emotion and, you know, like the desire for, you know, to nurture people and stuff. But then to bring that masculine energy in, you have to find that strength to believe in yourself, that confidence, that like more of an ego, you know? So you're needing to balance your masculine energy. It doesn't mean that like you can be female and still have a need to balance this. It just means that you need more of this in your life, because this is what I'm getting as like your result card. So it's like working through the shadow side of some of your feminine energy. Yeah, to like let go of those insecurities so you can transform into this balanced masculine energy. So the way that you work on building your confidence is with self-love. And, that can be done for a variety of things, or it can be done in a variety of ways. But one way I always like to tell people to start is like start with the moon cycles, because like enacting a daily self-care, self-love routine in your life can be overwhelming if you think like, okay, every day I have to journal for 5 minutes. Like, no, you don't, not to start, because that like then you'll feel like overwhelmed and beat yourself up if you don't get it done. So with the full moon coming up this weekend, maybe just like sit down, light a candle, do some journaling, have yourself a bubble bath, have a good cry, whatever you need to do this letting go, because it's time, 3 of you now. But like I said, I mean, because you had to tell me that you're female, but that's what I'm just saying, like screaming masculine energy, like this is what needs to be brought into balance. So you need to work on loving yourself a little more, which, that's what we all struggle with. It's so much easier to like love somebody else for whatever reason often than it is to love ourselves. But like when we love ourselves, that love radiates from out us like a ripple effect, and it gets sent to everybody. And that's how we help raise the vibration of the collective. So everybody just needs to love themselves and stop loving each other. No, I don't mean stop loving each other. You know what I mean, kids. Okay, son. So thank you for being my cheat sheet. Now I got to go back to see who was next. Okay, Tamara. David, are you still in here? That's what I should bring. I should bring my own pen and paper, and then I can write it down. So I see David, Diamond, Nomad. Okay. David, Diamond, Nomad, Jenny. But okay, so is David still in here? Oh, I got my phone here. I could just write it down. I'll write a little note of. Okay. David, going once. David. Oh, thanks, son. Happy Thursday. Happy full moon coming this weekend. Okay, so it was David. Okay, but David's not responding. Oh, Ariana did it. Let me see. Okay, can I get a reading? Yes, Diamond. Well, technically Diamond was next, because like I don't know when you got in here, Ariana, but I had talked to her. So yeah. I think, Ariana, because you might only be seeing the chat from when you entered, maybe. I don't know. Okay, so David, I'm just writing my list, and then I'll go down and like cross people out or in here. So David, Diamond, Nomad, and then I just have to catch up here. It's really hard. I don't want to miss anybody. Ariana. Okay, then it was Ariana. Ariana, you were 4th on my list, girl. I mean, it might be your turn if these people aren't here anymore, but okay. So, okay, Armani will be after that. Sorry, guys, I'm just going down the list to see who asked for one, and then now, okay. So yes, there is a list, Armani, right now. Sandra. Did Sandra want one? I didn't see her ask. I saw her ask a question, and then Sandra was after you, Ariana? Okay, I'll put her on here. All right, so David going once, David going twice. Oh, Dallas. Yes, there's a list. I'll put you'll be. So I'm only going for another hour because I've already been on here an hour, and I'm only doing it 2 hours. And right now I have David, but he's checked off because he's not still here. Diamond, is Diamond still in here? Jenny. Oh, did I totally just skip over Jenny? Oh, wait, no, Jenny was, yeah, I did skip over Jenny. Okay, so you were after Diamond then. Okay, wait. Okay, so if Diamond's not here, then it'll be your turn, Jenny. Okay. Dallas, I put you on. I'll put Victoria after. So sorry, guys, if I don't get to you, because right now, I mean, I don't know, but by the time your name comes up, like people might have left the chat. So, just hang in there if you can. It's going to be Jenny's turn right now. And then so the list right now is Jenny, Nomad, Ariana, Sandra, Armoni, Dallas, and Victoria. So that's my current list. I think I'll get out everyone in the next hour, so I won't check for request again until I get through these people. I'll do my hardest to get through everybody. But if for some reason it's going like insanely long, I do plan on doing this every Thursday night. So you could just subscribe and turn on the little notification button. Because if you didn't hear me mention earlier, I can't guarantee a specific time that I do it because I'm a single mom to a 3-year-old and I just do it whenever I get her into bed. So it just depends when I get her into bed that I can have the peace and quiet to do it. I have done sometimes when I do my clients' readings during the day, because they're all used to my daughter just popping her head in to say hello. But for this, I just figured it would be too chaotic. Okay, this is for Jenny. Jenny. What do we have for Jenny? Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, again. Jenny, you got the transformation card. This is like the 5th person tonight. And you guys see me shuffling the shit out of these cards. So that's just wild. But like I said, this moon coming up is some heavy transformational shit, which I personally am so fucking excited about. Thank you, God. Okay. So Jenny, you got the Sacred Temple, transformation, and I did one from a different oracle deck. It says motivation, and then I'll read it real quick. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So yeah, obviously with transformation, there's some shit coming for you. I feel that you really are headed to all your riches and desires that you want in life. But you need to just be resting for the winter season. Take the last little bit of winter that's left to just focus on you and kind of get all your ducks in a row, because when spring comes, things are going to start popping. You know how sometimes when it feels like, nothing's moving in your life or nothing's changing or working. And so then you might fear am I not in alignment? Is there something I should be doing? No, sometimes God, Spirit, the universe just wants us to take a fucking break and rest and hibernate. We live in this society that makes us think that if we're not in motion, then we're not doing anything. Oh, girl. Yeah, I would definitely, I don't really take questions, but the answer to that question is yes, you should. But not yet. Like I was saying with the ducks in a row, that makes sense then, because spring will be the time to do that. So, make sure you've got your finances set up, because I didn't go through a divorce because I wasn't married to my daughter's dad, but we lived together. All of our finances were together. All sorts of, intertwined, basically like we were married. And I'm a very rip the Band-Aid type person. So I did not have all my ducks in a row. So yes, that is the best advice I could give you, is spend the rest of this winter season just getting your ducks in the row. And yeah, when the spring comes, that's what you need to do, girl, because this is your time to transform. You're trying to this is what happens in life, is sometimes we're going like this with somebody, and this is why people get married, because they're in alignment. But then you start to go this way, and maybe in 10 years or so you come back together like this. But when you start to go this way, you have to be brave enough to recognize it and take the leap. Yeah, girl. Yeah, well, this is the thing though. I get that. I get that you're feeling that. But what you need to make sure you're doing is healing from the other one first. You can't just jump from one relationship to the next. This is your time to focus on you. I don't know how long you were with your partner, but honestly, it typically takes almost the same amount of time to be separated from somebody, to do the healing work, to be able to move on and not bring baggage from that relationship in. So yeah, that's what you're healing. Like, this is like, you got the sacred temple. Like, this is what you're moving towards with this transformation. But you have to do the healing first, or you're not going to get there. You'll think you get there, but it'll just be okay, so that makes sense. I don't know how long you were with them before, though, because it's not just the marriage year. It's like the entirety of the relationship. I feel like this was a very like karmic partner for you, and you had a lot of life lessons to learn from them. But it's kind of like one of those things, like, my work here is done, and it is time to move on. 5 months. Yeah, girl. I mean, I get that. I'd only known my daughter's dad for 2 months when I got pregnant. And I don't regret anything at all. I genuinely was in love with him, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with him. But, sometimes like the universe does that because they know we wouldn't make the choices we make otherwise. So it sends us all these feelings and these vibrations to make us think this is going to be forever. But it's just to get us into that karmic relationship so we can be catapulted on our healing journey. I'm real sorry about that, girl, but really, a rejection is a redirection, and he did you a favor. You don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to be with you anyway. So I hope you found that helpful. Again, I am not a lawyer or a therapist or a doctor, so everybody make their own decisions and discern with responsibility. I cannot be held accountable. We all live our own lives and make our own choices, but you know what you need to do. I never tell anybody anything that they don't already know inside. So those who just joined, who are asking about the list, next is Nomad. I don't know if Nomad is still in here. If you're in here, chime in while I read off the rest of the list. So after Nomad, we have Ariana, Sandra, Armoni, Dallas, and Victoria. And then at that point, I'm going to go back up, and you're welcome, girl. I hope it all works out. So after Victoria, I will scroll up again if there's time left and make a new list, but I'm only going for 50 more minutes. So we'll just have to see what happens here. But, a lot of these people might not be in here anymore. So Nomad is getting off the list because I think they are no longer here. Ariana, are you still here, girl? I know you got bumped down there a little bit because your chat told you something different. Oh, Ariana's still here. Ariana, I would honestly have to disagree with you with that. I don't think it's the first year of marriage that's the most difficult. I think that's kind of like a story that we've told ourselves to make us think that we should stay in situations that we're not meant to be in. I mean, you are obviously welcome to have your opinion and like chime in, but I just think sometimes like society has created these dialogues to like kind of suppress like us living our best lives, because typically like you got a feeling, I trust my intuition. Like, that's why I do that. Okay, Ariana, let's see what cards say for you. Ooh, ooh. Oh, there we go. Silence the fall from the climate. I mean, I get that. I get why you would say that. But see, that's what a lot of people do in life. That's why people like get pregnant then, and then they have another baby because they're chasing the high. But you have to learn how to be happy with somebody when there isn't like something exciting going on. And that means being happy with yourself first. Oh, well, girl. Jennifer, there's a list right now, but it's like I'm only going for like 45 minutes, so I don't know if I'll be taking more names for it, just to be fair and honest. Like, I don't want people to hang around for no reason. But at the same time, sometimes something that I say for someone else could apply to you, so it doesn't mean that just because like you don't get your reading, it doesn't mean that there couldn't be something beneficial here for you. So, oh, Ariana, okay. So you got increase, a creative endeavor, ooh, journey, and wait for winter. Ooh, girl, Ariana, I got like both of these cards when I did my own reading with this deck the other day. But yeah, no, this is like a great reading, girl. Like this is, like we had with a couple of the earlier readings. Sorry, try not to flash all my punana because I'm just like in my robe here. You also have spiritual gifts that you need to be focused on as your main source of income. Now, spiritual gifts don't always have to be something like tarot reading or like anything in the metaphysical realm. A spiritual gift is something that you're like a natural talent you're born with, like Michael Phelps. He's the swimmer, right? Like, that's his spiritual gift because that was just like a natural talent, like something he was born to do. But yours is definitely in the arts, because you got the creative endeavor card. So there's no ignoring or hiding that. Thanks, girl. So yeah, this is like, the increase is like, obviously you have this fear, like, oh, if I follow this passion, like how will my bills be paid? Because that's a very common fear to have. But it's only going to get better from here. But the thing, you got wait for winter. And so and this has come up in a couple of different readings, is like everybody, we all need to just calm the fuck down this winter season. We need to stop thinking that, oh, I got to be on top of everything. And that's why New Year's resolutions to me, like, that's not a good time to make resolutions and goals because it's in the fucking dead of winter, and winter is a time to relax and hibernate and plan. Like you could be making a plan right now of how you're going to get out of your other job or what it is you want to create, but it's not the time to take the action. Wait for spring to take the action on it because this, like, you're getting ready to go on a big ass journey with this. Like you got journey and you got this long ass road of abundance. So you have nothing to fear with pursuing this. It's just being brave enough to take the chance. But I already feel that you have that bravery. Like you've done enough of the inner work and you're already like, you're on the right path. The biggest thing here for you, Ariana, I think is just like not rushing it, like holding back for a little bit, just enjoying the winter season. And when it's over, then it will be time to, put all of those like the seeds that you planted in the winter will be blossoming in the spring, so I guess that's a good way to say it, is like winter for me and spa, and I pressure myself. Yeah, girl, I get it, man. But you're doing everything right. Like I think I just said it in somebody's reading a minute ago. We can get in our heads and think like, oh my gosh, nothing's moving. Should I be doing something more? Am I out of alignment? And it's like, no, you're right where you need to be. Sometimes you just need to give God, the universe, time, space, and energy to just let it work its magic, because that's what it is. We all know it's just that magic. So hope that was helpful, Ariana. That's funny. Okay, so next is Sandra. Is Sandra still in here? I'll give her a minute to respond. Hello, people. Dandelion. There's only 4 left on the list right now, but there's also a chance that they're not still in here. I've got 45 minutes more I'm going. So what I'll do is after I go through the 4 that are currently on the list, is I'll scroll back up and add new names to it. You're welcome. Okay, so no Sandra, I guess. Is Armani still in here? Or Armoni? Armoni. I always like to give a minute even after I say that, but because I don't know how fast everyone's internet is. So I feel bad if I like skip over somebody and they're like, wait. Okay, so I guess no Armoni. Dallas, are you still here, Dallas? Dallas. So yeah, I had 4 on the list, but we're already like, Dallas is here. Okay, sweet. So Dallas is up and then Victoria. So yeah, I'll definitely have time to go up and scroll through and make another list again. Because it's only 1:17, or it's only been an hour and 17 minutes. And there's only Dallas and Victoria on my list right here. So yes, for those of you who are entering and asking about a list and a reading, I don't take questions because I think that is our ego wanting to know something. And I like to let, thanks, Ariana, that's so sweet. I like to let God, the universe, the angels tell me what needs to be said. So I don't take questions, but so it's just kind of like a general reading. And I'll be making a new list after I get through Dallas and Victoria. Yeah, stick around, Blue Angel, because, you know, people pop in and out. So a lot of times you get lucky. Ooh. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, Dallas, you got back and forth, kindred partnership, and courage. Dallas, congratulations. You're the first love reading of the night. Now, I do not take like requests for like love or whatever, but if love comes up, of course, I'm going to talk about it. So I'm getting the sense that obviously you're in a relationship that has back and forth, you know, 1 foot in the door out. It's like always like kind of like on the rocks. I do feel that it is like a divine feminine, divine masculine type of relationship, or as some refer to as like a twin flame partnership. But that being said, but it's time to let that shit go. So just because you can find yourself in a divine feminine, divine masculine, twin flame type relationship, it doesn't mean you're meant to come into union in this lifetime. Our souls decide what they want to achieve in the lifetime before they reach Earth. And that includes the lessons that will help us best like ascend and grow as spiritual beings. So, you know, it's so hard to let go of a twin flame relationship because you feel so attached to them. But you just have to recognize that when it's getting to the back and forth place, like when it's more back than forth, it's time to move on because there's so much more to life. And you've probably like what your souls were meant to achieve together and the lessons you were meant to learn together in this lifetime have already been accomplished. And there's just like really not much else you can do except now like watch each other from a distance, kind of admiring the other one's life and just be happy for them, you know, and being happy for yourself. But we're not in a relationship, but it's definitely a twin flame. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you're not in a relationship because you got the back and forth card, you know. But so you know what I'm saying. And so it's just like cord cutting, you know, is a thing, but really those cords are just in our mind. And the cords that need to be cut in your mind is the one that's saying that you're going to end up together this lifetime, because I truly, genuinely do not feel that you are. And it hurts my heart to tell you that because I know like I have that kind of partnership on this planet this lifetime, but I am very much not with this person. And it took me, I mean, it was like 3 years of the back and forth. And then it was 3 years to let it go entirely and just like accept the fact that, you know what, maybe that's all it was meant to be. And that's beautiful too, you know? So it's just really, Dallas, you got to find this courage right now. You have to be the brave one to let go. You have like, stop selling yourself so short and just like waiting around on the back burner, because it's never going to be what you want it to be. And even if you got it this way, you wouldn't want it anyways. It wouldn't be as fulfilling, you know? So you just need to accept that it is what it is for this lifetime, but that it's also time to move on. So sorry to tell you that, but I hope it helped you find some clarity with the situation so you can cut the cord and move on free from that. Okay, Victoria. Is Victoria still in here? Victoria. I'll give her a minute. But if not, Victoria's the last one on this list. So you're welcome, Dallas. Oh, Victoria's here. Okay, sweet. All right, so then after Victoria, I'll go up and make a new list. I'm going to have to start getting a moderator because I do not take questions. I do general readings. I let God, the angels, spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it, guide me to tell me what is the most imminent message that somebody needs to hear. Because I think when we ask a question, that's our ego often getting in the way, trying to control the narrative. And there's things that we might, oh, thanks, Liza. There's things that we might like miss if we're so focused on that, you know? Like everybody usually wants to know about love or money, and it's like sometimes there's more healing that needs to be done before you can achieve those things at their most abundant level. Okay, Victoria, that's so funny. I wanted to just pull, I kind of do. Like I have never really done that where I just pull a card from the deck, but I just really felt this one for you. Okay, Victoria. So, ooh, Victoria, you also got increase. That's twice we got increase tonight. That's a good card to get. And ooh, present power. And the strength card. Oh my God, girl. Look at all this like fucking cat action happening. You are so strong, Victoria. You are a strong fucking woman. You have been through so much. You have tamed your beast. Like, look at this. It's like kind of like a circus tamer, you know? He's like standing on that pedestal, just like ruling these wild animals. And look at this bitch, just like not afraid to like look right in his mouth. Like you have looked in the eyes and down the throat of your beast. And now your shit's coming, Victoria. You're the second person tonight where I'm kind of like, why are you even asking for a reading? Your shit's going great. I mean, I know sometimes it can feel like it's not, but that's what I was saying is like, you know, everybody needs to calm down. It's the winter season. If you don't feel like things are happening for you right now, it's because they're not supposed to be. Like the winter is a time to like rest and reflect and go in. And that's just all I can say about that, really, girl, is like you just kind of need to ride the wave. Because your shit's coming together. You're on this path. You're going to be picking up all these little treats and goodies along the way, but it's leading to all this like happy abundance, like that, you know, everybody wants out of life. Like you're on the right path for sure. So you have nothing to worry about. You're just a strong motherfucker living her best life. Maybe not yet. Like maybe you don't see the evidence of it yet, Victoria, could be the problem, but like you're moving in the right direction. So do not fret, my child. Okay, so now I have to scroll back up and start a new list from where that one went on, ended. Okay, wait. Now I see. Okay, so dollars, did that. Sorry, guys, this always takes a minute. I have a question. Oh. Okay, oh. Okay, so wait, we did that. Woozy. Well, I'll just write the names down and then I'll go through and see. Hey, page. Blue Angel. Blue Angel. Oh yeah, Blue Angel is next then. Okay. Angel. Okay. Woozy. Blue Angel. Dandy. Dandelion. But whatever. Dandy. Jennifer, I'm putting you on the list even though you didn't specifically ask for a reading. You asked a question, which a lot of us do. Buabun. I don't think there's much more, guys, so I'm almost done. Sorry, thanks for hanging in there. You guys, I'm sweating so much from this fucking fire behind me. Okay, Dallas, Latoya. Latoya, you didn't ask for a reading. Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, so wait. See, some people say hello before they ask for a reading, so then I don't notice it right away. Thanks, Latoya. Okay, so got Latoya on there. Oh, wait, Liza, where's Liza? Okay, Liza. Okay, Diana. So here's the thing, kids. I will go as long as I can. Really, that's only supposed to be 30 minutes more. But we did have a lot of people come in. But, you know, people pop out too. Randy, I'm sorry. The list is way too long. I can't do you again. But, okay, so we got Diana on there. Blue Bunny got on there, but okay, I asked. Yes, okay. All right, so Woozy, is Woozy here? This is the last list, guys. So if anybody else pops in, if you could do me a favor and let them know that the list is closed. Love you all. I'm going to do this every Thursday night, so you could mention that to people too. I mean, obviously I'll say it, but if I'm in the middle of a reading, it's hard. So Woozy, okay, no Woozy. Blue Angel, are you still here? Yes, I think Blue Angel's still here. She commented, or he, who knows? Who knows? Blue Angel, can you comment something before I do the reading? Otherwise, I'll just move to see if the next person's here. Because, yeah, like the first person who asked for a reading tonight, I felt so bad. Like, well, she left because my favorite. Thanks, Randy. I think I'm pretty great, too. But I'm really, guys, like I'm on fucking fire. Well, this is the thing, like just one of my spiritual kind of like symptoms when I read is I already sweat, like, cause it's like the energy moving through me and I get all heated up and I get goosebumps, you know, it's just like shit's happening in my body. But then sitting in front of the fire was probably the dumbest idea I could have had. Blue Angel, are you still here? I saw you were chatting. Well, I guess we'll have to come back to you. Is Dandy here? Oh, wait. Okay. Blue Angel's here. Okay, good. Thank God. Oh, sorry. I just like, that's like my nightmare. I would feel so bad if you missed out on your reading. I mean, I probably would have come back to you if you popped in a minute later, but, oh, no, Diana, I don't take questions. I just needed him to say he's here. I just do general readings because, like I said, when we ask a question, that's our ego wanting to control the narrative. So I like to let God know, or have God or the spirits, the universe, the angels, let me know what they want to be said. Ooh, interesting, Blue Angel. Let's see what else comes up with this. No, this one. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Okay, gotta go get this motherfucker that flied all the way over here. Ugh. Okay, so Blue Angel, you got kindred partnership, protect your dreams, motivation, and hope. So with this hope and protect your dreams, well, all of this, what this is telling me, Blue Angel, is you have a friend in your life who does not believe in you or your dreams as much as you believe in you and your dreams. And so you need to stop telling everybody what your dreams are, because when people are maybe like emotionally immature, they can be wishing like ill will on people and not even know it, you know, like it's kind of like somebody who like smiles to your face but then talks shit about you behind your back. Like you have somebody in your life like that that's actually pretty close to you, that they're just being a little deceptive. You don't even like, I doubt you even know who this, no, you probably have an inkling of who this person is, but you need to stop sharing all your business with them because they don't have the same good intentions for you. I feel like in the springtime, there's going to be something that happens in this friendship that really kind of shows you this person's true colors, so you'll know to cut them out of your life. Yeah, because you don't want to be telling everyone your business and then them like putting that negative energy out towards you to counteract everything you're hoping and dreaming of. Because like, yeah, especially if you have those intuitive gifts and you're like having dreams that are coming true, like it's okay. So I'll share this with you guys because I'm not afraid of it. But so I had a dream. I won't tell you who it is exactly, but if you go and watch some of my other YouTube videos, you could probably figure it out. So about 3 years ago, maybe about 2 years ago, I had a dream that I am going to marry this very specific person. Well, this person happens to be a celebrity. So you can, but also I'm in the entertainment industry. So before you think it's so far-fetched, like, no, I've already met this person. But like, because this person is a celebrity, like if I were to go around and tell everybody like, oh, I'm going to marry this person, they think I'm fucking crazy. So when I tell people about it, I kind of say it in a joking way because like, I don't want people to think I'm crazy, although I also don't care entirely. But I kind of learned to just stop telling people what I want, because it's like, don't just talk about it, be about it. It's much better to just like let people watch and see than to give them the opportunity to negative talk you and like keep you from doing it. Because like if you've got somebody in your ear telling you, oh, that's a dumb idea, or that's a dumb dream, or that'll never work out, then that's going to really weigh on your confidence. So Blue Angel, you just like, in spring though, this person's really going to show their true colors. And when that happens, you need to cut them out of your life because they're not healthy for you. And you're not going to achieve those dreams if you keep this person around, because that will be one of your challenges from, yeah, of course you know who it is. I always tell people, I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. I just bring it to the surface so you know what you need to focus on so you can help get the life that you desire, But it's little things like this, like you can't get all the things you desire if you're keeping the things that aren't good for you around. So I hope that was helpful. Good luck with that. Just keep an eye out. Like there's like a snake in the hen house, as they say. All right, is Dandy here? I don't think Dandy is here anymore. Dandy. Okay, well, if Dandy's not here, Jennifer, is Jennifer still here? Dandy. Jennifer. Okay, sweet. All right. Goodbye, Dandy. Maybe next time. Jennifer. Love that name. Okay. So for those of you who obviously, I mean, if you're still hanging out this long, you probably weren't here at the beginning. So I'm going to be doing this every Thursday night. I don't take questions, but I just go down the list and, for 2 hours, we'll do as many readings as I can fit in. Also, I'm not a licensed doctor, lawyer. You got to say those things for legalities because it takes one idiot who does something dumb and then tries to blame it on a psychic. And it's like, listen, you make your own choices, but Okay. So Jennifer, you got friends and colleagues. Ooh, dark thoughts and taking steps. So kind of the opposite of what I was just saying for Blue Angel. I feel like you're your own worst enemy. It makes me think of that Mindy Kaling book, like it's called like, Is Everyone Hanging Out Without Me or something? Like you have this general sense, insecurity, if you will, that people are always talking shit about you. And I will tell you this, nobody probably is as much as you think they are. And honestly, probably not even at all. Like, I hear a lot of times people like get self-conscious. They don't want to go to the gym because they think everyone is going to be looking at them type thing. And it's like, nobody at the gym is looking at anybody else except them damn selves. That's why they're going to the gym. Of course, like, you might glance over to somebody and like, be like, oh, okay, that's a nice body, or, oh, I'd like to have that ass or something. But like, usually you're not, like most people who go to the gym, it's because they're focused, like trying to work on themselves. So, oh, Armani, you got scratched off a long time ago. Sorry, pal. And now the list is closed. So sorry, but every Thursday, come back next Thursday. So yeah, Jennifer, you just need to stop being your own worst enemy. Like you've got nothing to be afraid of. Like this is literally like this card says consciousness. Like this is your own thoughts. This is you just like thinking bad things. Like, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Like, look, everybody can get along, be happy. Like, these cards are such bright and happy energy. And this is you being a brave queen to walk into the fucking party, you know? This is what's waiting on the inside of these doors. If you're brave enough to just like give people a chance and stop thinking that everybody hates you, you feel included, you know? It's almost like you're isolating yourself for no reason. It's because you think everyone is like talking about you, but that's like just an insecurity. So you just need to build up your self-confidence. And the way you do that is by loving yourself more. And a way you can love yourself more is one thing, like that helps me is like when I eat more nutritious foods and like I'm exercising. And you're welcome, girl. Like we all get insecurities. I've definitely been there. I mean, like I said, I started it with a reference to Mindy Kaling's book. Like she wrote a whole book titled, "Why is everybody hanging out without me?" You know? But like I said, like most of the time people are so bothered with their own lives and weighed down by their own shit that they don't have time to be like worried and thinking about yours. So let that shit go. New year, new you. Just work on that self-confidence. Okay. Bua Bun. Is Bua Bun still here? Bua Bun. Oh shit, how much battery life I got here? Okay, Bua Bun's still here. Where's this battery? Show percentage 27. Okay, we're good. I thought my battery would have lasted longer. I don't really know what I started with, so. All right, Jennifer. Love you, girl. Good luck with that. You'll be fine. You just gotta be brave. It's all about bravery and releasing fears. Okay, this is Bua Bun's big reading. Thanks for hanging out, guys. This is like so fun for me because, so if you weren't here in the beginning, then, oh, Blue Angel, that makes me so happy to hear. Love that. But yeah, so I travel. I'm a single mom and I travel the world full time with my 3-year-old daughter. We're currently in Edmonton, Canada, but I'm from Los Angeles. And thanks, Jennifer. Kisses, everybody. But yeah, so if you want, like my channel is not just tarot. It's most like it. I mean, I'm really just starting out, but it's going to be mostly like mind, body, soul kind of thing. So it's just really showing you what I do to take care of myself. And lately what I've been doing is live broadcasting my workouts every day because I gained 40 pounds this year. So mama trying to get fucking MILF status back. So yes, I've been working out in the morning. Well, morning, it depends on where you are, but okay, Boo Bun. Wow. The Honoring Path, beautiful card. Sacred Temple, and a Consciousness of Lack. Bua Bun, get out of your head. You have nothing to be afraid of. You are not lacking anything. Like, it is like you're stuck in this mindset of lack when really all the accolades in the world are waiting for you on the other side of that thinking. Like, you're not alone in this, Bua Bun. We are all our own worst enemies. Yeah, I bet last year was tough because this card is a tough fucking card. And it's hard. It's so, I understand how difficult it can be to break the habit of when you get, because it's like a self-depreciating cycle or spiral of self-loathing, you know, and it just goes further and further and down. But then you get to the point where your soul just barks at you and says, get your ass up and do something about it. And I feel like that's where you're at, you know, like your soul is sick of your shit, you know, like you're tired of your own shit. And so now it's time to like turn that shit around. Like, look at this bitch. She is just like loving the attention, living her best life. This makes me think of Lizzo, you know, she's just like up there doing the damn thing. Usually not scared of anything, but last year made me scared. Yeah, I get it. But that's not a way to live. You want to live the rest of your life scared? You know, if it's a choice between scared or not scared, which do you choose? And that's what we have to remember, is that it is a choice. It's being brave enough to like choose the right thing. And I feel like something that would help you with this is doing inner work and understanding that it's like just kind of all a part of like the spiritual process and your spiritual growth. Like you have to have those tower moments in life, like the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, like will shake your shit up so then it can like blossom into something better. The lesson from last year was to learn that like nothing lasts forever, good or bad. And we have to learn to just ride the waves of life and accept what it is, because it's all beautiful. We can't have the good without the bad. We can't have the bad without the good. Like that's the yin and the yang of life, you know? That's what our souls choose to live the human experience for. That's the growth. It's so ironic that like we all think like, oh, I don't want to be, well, I mean, I've definitely had moments where I'm like, oh, I don't want to be I don't want to be human. Why the fuck did I choose this? This is so hard. This is so challenging. But then when you get to experience those beautiful moments again, you're reminded why you chose to be challenged. And suddenly you realize why it was all worth it. But Boo-Bun, you just gotta like, you know what I would do if I were you? Start going back to basics, like things that you enjoyed as a child, like dancing, playing music. Like typically it is some artistic thing, like building, constructing. You know, like everybody has something that they enjoyed as a kid that just puts them in a good mood. And that's what I recommend you starting with to like help you get like your positivity back and get you out of that mindset. Okay, Latoya. Is Latoya still here? Latoya. Okay, sweet. So we've got Latoya, Liza, and Diana. Even if Liza and Diana aren't still here, I'm going to be done because there's just not enough time. Thanks, Boo-Bun. Love you too. There's not enough time to make a whole new list, so I'll just be done after these three. And because I'm starting to feel exhausted because this is just me channeling energy and it is draining. I don't ever read for more than 2 hours at a time without a break. So that's why okay, so Liza's still here. And then if Diana's still here, she'll get hers. But so yeah, we're on Latoya, then Liza, then Diana. Oh, so anyways, what I was saying, like, this is so fun for me to get to talk to people because I talk to a 3-year-old all day. I mean, I like do random readings and we go out, like I'm in the public. Okay, sweet. Our last 3 are here. So the list is absolutely closed, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be in the chat because like sometimes there could be something that's for someone else that might like speak to your soul too. So, okay. Latoya. I know I keep talking about how sweaty I am, but it's just because like I look at these sweat on my forehead. That's kind of just my makeup too, I guess. Okay, Latoya. Taking steps, interesting, fear, and decrease. Okay, so Latoya, you got taking steps, fear, and decrease. So what I'm feeling with this is that there's something you need to pull back from. There's something that you're like overindulging in to like numb pain. Thanks, Liza. There's something you need to like too much of nothing is ever good. It doesn't even too much broccoli, because then you'll like be farting and like make your stomach all bloated. I'm just saying like I'm using broccoli because it's like people would think like, oh, you couldn't have too much broccoli, but no, you can. You really can. You don't want to ever have too much of anything. And so I feel like this is the year for you really to take those steps to like make a new habit, a new healthy habit for yourself. And I know that you're afraid of like, who will I be without this kind of like substance that helps me numb my pain? Like, who will I even be without it? And the truth is the best version of you, because we don't need anything like additional, like, illegal substance, even if it doesn't have to be an illegal substance, but like, you know, like everybody has a vice. Like mine is a jar of peanut butter and a spoon. Like literally I could eat a whole jar of peanut butter and a spoon in one sitting. And it's not because like I'm hungry. It's just because that's like my comfort, like guilt food. And so, you know, everybody's got their vice. So whatever it is, like this is just your year to like really look inward and try to replace that with like a healthy habit instead. So anytime you find yourself like wanting to like reach for whatever your vice is, like think of something you could like replace it with instead. You know, this is why like AA, I'm not saying you need AA at all. So please do not misconstrue that. I personally do not even believe in AA. But what I want to say about it is that I do think it's successful for a lot of people because of the sponsorship part, where you have a friend that you know you can call or text whenever you're having those weak or vulnerable moments. So, you know, maybe you could find somebody who could like sponsor you and just be like, hey, can I text you anytime I feel like doing this? And this is the thing, you might not even text them every time you feel like doing it, but you might like, it'll just help you be more mindful of it. You know, it's just like about becoming mindful of like what we're putting in our body and understanding that some like too much of anything can be harmful, even if it's something that is like legal and healthy, like I mentioned, like broccoli. Because like you can't be afraid of a life without it, because it's just not going to, it's not going to affect you the way like you're not going to be affected by letting go of it, you know? Like personally, haven't really been overindulging in anything. Well, you may not have been overindulging in anything, but then I also have never been wrong about a reading. So there's something that maybe you need to journal to figure out. I mean, it doesn't even have to, okay, having a fear of change. I mean, that then maybe what you're overindulging in is fear. I mean, you did get the fear card. But like with the decrease card, I'm feeling that it's something specific. Like, I mean, the fear could be decreasing. That could be it too. But honestly, like I do feel like it's something tangible. I don't feel that it's an emotion or a behavior. I definitely feel like it's something that you might not even think is a problem, you know? So you're going to need to do some journaling to just like really look at your life. Like, you know, it could be like hanging out with the wrong crowd. I took steps to try to overcome my fears. Yeah, that's good. That's great. You know, that's definitely important. But like you have to realize like what you're afraid of doesn't really exist. That's just something that you're creating in your mind. That's a story you're telling yourself because somebody else told it to you. So you have to go back to the moment when you heard that story and realize like that's not true. That doesn't have to be my truth or my reality. That was the shit that they put on me. So just don't let your fears control you. I mean, continue to take those steps. You're on your way. You're doing it. There's nothing to be afraid of. Okay, Liza, you up. I hope that was a little clarifying. But really what I'm feeling is like there's a lot of inner work that needs to be done there. It's something you need to sit with yourself, LaToya. You'll figure it out. We all always do. That's what we're here for, you know? You're welcome. Liza. Okay. So we just have Liza and Diana, and then we spin. We done for the night. I'm gonna take my sweaty ass off to bed. Man, I might have to get in the shower first. Like, I don't think you guys understand. You can't see because I'm wearing black. This is a pretty sweat-filled situation. Because like I said, I don't know if you were in here, but like I sweat anyways when I'm like channeling spirit. So it's like having the fireplace behind me on top of that was just like, I'm a dumbass. And you know what's funny? My intuition fucking told me before I sat down, like, oh, don't do that because you're going to get really hot by the fire. But then my other side was like, oh, but it'll be such a cute background. My fucking dumbass cared more about aesthetics than my comfort. Yeah. Not next time because this was really uncomfortable. And I should have gotten up and moved, but I just felt like it would be too difficult to like get all the decks and like move my ass. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know none of you have been here probably since the beginning, but this is like the 7th time we've gotten the transformation card tonight. And like you guys see how I'm shuffling all those. Like, but this is good. Liza, true love, but don't get ahead of yourself. Because look, she's looking in the mirror at herself. Okay. So I'm sure you can guess where I'm going with that. And the Knight of Swords. But this is a vice versa tarot deck. So this is like if like you were looking at him from behind. So what I'm feeling with this for you, Liza, is like you're definitely in this period where you are learning to love yourself on a deeper level. And that is going to bring all of the changes and the abundance that you want in your life. But this year really is just about the journey within and like accepting your shadow side with your light. We all have a shadow side. You know, I always say everybody's got their shit. Nobody's perfect. You know, I'm far from perfect. Just because I have a gift to read tarot, it doesn't mean that I like don't have issues in my life, you know, like fuck, everybody's got their shit. So don't be embarrassed or ashamed by the things that like make you you, you know, those are the things that need to be celebrated. But like I was showing you, like, look at her looking in this mirror and like recognizing her own beauty. And this doesn't say like, you know, it says true love and there's nobody else in the picture. You know, this card really is just like all about learning to love yourself and accepting yourself for who you are. But that, yeah, like that's the direction you're moving in. I do definitely feel that you're on the right path. Just keep doing what you're doing, but like really focus on it this year. Like, honestly, girl, I don't know if you're going to like this, but like no dick for the year, no dating, no like nothing, you know, this year really needs to be all about you, like a total reset to just really learn how to love your own company and love being with just you. Because like that's where your transformation is going to come from. You know, all those things that you want out of life, they're not going to come unless you learn how to, unless there's like cops driving around outside. Strange. It's a nice neighborhood too. They're not going to come unless you learn to love yourself more. So I'm with you, girl. Oh my gosh, this is a great time for a self promo. I have a healing journal guide that I created. It's on Amazon. It's called Heal Yourself, a beginner's guide to sustainable self-love practices. And basically what it is it's kind of like a worksheet a day, like a page a day, or you can buy it on my Etsy shop. I think, well, I'll put the links below this after, or you could like look at my profile on my website. But yeah, it's just like I created it because I realized with a lot of my clients, typically what's missing is the self-love because we weren't taught how to love ourselves as children. You know, we're taught to like be people pleasers and stuff. And then we forget about ourselves and we fall to the wayside. And so it's just a simple thing to like help you get back into the like mode of like taking 5 minutes for yourself every day to just like focus on you. So it's got like quotes in there, you know, like I quote like Missy Elliott and stuff, not like, you know, Deepak Chopra, even though I think he's great, but like what gets me off, like what inspires me is like, you know, Britney Spears and shit. Like that's the journey I want. You know, 2004 Britney Spears, she made it through that shit and we could all only aspire to do the same. So yeah, if you are interested in checking that out, I definitely recommend it. Because yeah, this year is just about self-love for you. You need to stay single though for at least a year. Because you don't have the space to learn to love yourself in the right way when you're in a relationship like that. So Liza, I hope you found that clarifying. Diana is my last read. And then I'm going to bed. Diana, are you still in here? Let you guys enjoy the fire. Okay, there's Diana. You're welcome, Liza. Get off the Tinder. Okay. Diana. Spirit fucking with me right now. Oh, okay, there we go. Interesting. Interesting. I thought it was really curious. I mean, well, let me get your other cards first, but I thought it was really curious that Spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same to me personally. Had me pick up the tarot deck first with you tonight because mostly I've been drawn to the oracle decks, but picked up the tarot deck and wait till you see what popped out. You got the motherfucking Tower. So this is like the vice versa tarot deck. So if you can see on this side, this would be like after the Tower strikes. So this is like right, the Tower is striking. So this means that this is something that has recently happened or is just about to happen in your life. Ooh, okay. You got status quo. And you got happy success. Yes, bitch. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So this is a very clear message to me. This Tower is happening to fuck your world up, to break you free from the status quo so you can achieve this happy success. You have to stop thinking, this has come up in a couple of other readings tonight where you don't have to have a 9 to 5 to make money. You don't have to have like a job to get the bills paid. That's just like a story that the man told us to keep us all sheep and keep us in line, because if we all knew what we're really capable of, we'd all be flourishing. We'd all be the Beyonce, but because like with society, how it's able to like keep us insecure and not let us see our value and our worth, that's a more controllable society. And there's a lot of people on earth that get off on having power. They just desire to be powerful. So they've like, created this patriarchal society where they make us think that like we need them and we can't do shit without them. Nothing against men, obviously not all men, but you have to understand that, like, you don't have to have the happy marriage with the 2 kids and the white picket fence and the job and, the labradoodle to like be happy in life. God wants you to know that you can create whatever life you want. Look how happy this motherfucker is. And he's got glitter coming out of his ass. That's the kind of life I'm trying to live. I don't want to be sitting in an office all day. I want to be in a field with glitter. So yeah, I mean, either it's recently happened or it's gonna happen soon, but the universe is getting ready to shake your shit up. Yeah, the time is coming. This is big, like I think at least 7 people got the transformation card tonight, which is just mind-blowing to me, but also not surprising because there's a full moon this weekend and I've been feeling the energy myself personally, where this is just like a time to transform. I'm sure a lot of you have been feeling like, you were in the cocoon and then, or wait, you were the caterpillar and then you were in the cocoon. And then like this last year, we all started to spread our wings a little bit, but this is the year that we're gonna fucking fly. Okay. So just don't give up. Like, this is just like a great way to end the reading. I feel like it sums up everybody's reading, like everybody just hang in there. 2020 really is like, if you are in the collective that I read for, like, this really is your fucking year. Like, it is coming together. The ducks are gonna get in a row. The dots, like, when you had all this chaos going in your life, in your Tower moments, and you're wondering like, what is all of this happening for? Oh, I want to kill myself. I don't understand. It's all gonna make sense this year, I promise. So just like hang on for the ride. And thank you guys so much for joining me. I seriously had so much fun. Like, this was great. I'm excited. I'll be doing this every Thursday, well, to the best of my ability, because if you have been in here or watched my channel before, I travel the world full time with my 3-year-old daughter. And right now we're in Canada. So the only Thursdays when I wouldn't be doing the readings would be if we're like on a plane, train, or an automobile, just like on a travel day. But yeah, if you didn't get a reading tonight, I'm really sorry, but 2 hours is my limit for going without a break because, I got to recharge my batteries, and that means right now going to bed. So I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button because I can't promise the certain time this will be every Thursday because, like I said, I'm a single mom to a 3-year-old, and I do this after I get her laid down for bed because then it's just more relaxing for me. But I love you all. I hope you guys have a fabulous full moon full of letting go and manifesting the life of your dreams. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, bitches.